Hey everyone, it's Brother Bowtie with a message for today. I hope when this message come across your timeline, I hope it be inspiring and motivating because that's my only goal in making this video. Sometimes the hardest part about chasing your greatness, it isn't a grind that's in your way or your problem. It isn't your long hours that's in your way or your problem. It isn't your sacrifice that's in your way or your problem. Matter of fact, it's not even you doing the things that you don't want to do that you need to do for your own greatness that's your problem. What we're discovering, what we learn, or what I have learned, is that oftentimes our problem is things and people that we put in our way or put before our own greatness. There's things and there's people that we have occupied and dwelling in the space of our mind and say, okay, you have the right to block me or stop me from being great. So let's get it out here right now. So as I said, the grind is not the hardest part. The hardest part is realizing not everyone and everything is in support of your greatness. Not everyone and everything can go with you to be great. There's some things and some people that you have to get rid of and say, okay, this is in a way and this is stopping me and delaying me from being great. Growth, peace, and legacy require cleaning your space in your circle. That's something that we must do on a daily basis. Clean your space and clean your circle. There's people that you have in your circle that you depend on for you to say, okay, this person support me being great, who have not shown up for you yet. You have been in business. You have been a great father for years. You have been a great mother for a year. You have been a commissioner, a mayor. You have been a judge, a lawyer. Whatever you have been, you depending on certain people and certain individuals say, okay, yeah, you made it. I like what you're doing. Who have not showed up and complimented you yet. Who have not supported you yet. Who has not brought a shirt, a bow tie, a shoe. Who has not donated to you running for a politician. Who have not donated to you being a father. Who have not complimented you being a father. Who have not complimented you being a mother. These people, you know exactly who they are, but some way, somehow, you still want these people to occupy a space in your mind. You have to get rid of these people because they're delaying you from being great. Let's look at our space. Look at our circle. Let's look at our office. Look at our car. Are these things clean? Some of these things and some of these places we have to clean because a clean mind cannot occupy in a dirty or cluttered dwelling. Messy space equal messy minds. Clear the junk, make room for clarity, make room for people who appreciate you, make room for people who compliment you, make room for people who are here for you genuinely, who want to support you, want to see you do better, who want to see you doing greater than they are. What I discovered in my circle that I run in is that I want to be great, but the person who I get advice from, I want him to be great too, or I want her to be great too. So my circle, we all pushing each other to be great. So this is what I mean when I say. Now let's do an example. Let's look at this thing from another angle. If you and I driving down the street and we see a ran down house and it has overgrown trees, it has high grass, it has junk in the front yard, it has a roof that's messed up, or it has a house that needs painted or a door that's broken. Now let's look at this from a different angle. If we get a lawn man to cut the tree, to trim the trees and cut the grass, we get a junk man to remove the trash from out the yard. If we get someone to come fix the roof, someone to come fix the door, someone to paint the house, me and you will drive past the house and say, that's a beautiful house. Oh my God. I should have bought the house. I've been wanted the house. Oh, I'm thinking about buying this house because the clutter of the junk has been removed. The overgrown, the overthoughts, the negative thoughts, they're out the way so you can see how beautiful the house looks. So it's the same thing with your mind or your vision or your temple, as they say. So greatness cannot thrive in confusion. So let's understand that. In order for you to see things more clear, you have to turn down the noise, get rid of some headlines, get rid of some toxic people, some toxic posts, some negative thoughts, and some negative ways about yourself. It has been proven by psychologists that the human being mind is more attracted to negative than positive. There's a reason why we like to be entertained by things that are negative. Drama catch our eye or catches our ears. You don't know this, but I'm here to tell you. Everything in a human being body rests besides your heart and your ears. When you go to sleep at night, your heart is still pumping and your ears are still hearing. That's the reason why you can wake up like, oh, I heard something. You can jump up out your seat and say you heard something. But listen, what your ears hear is what your eyes demand to see. So let me show you something, or let me give you an example how this works. If you listen to rap music, I'm just giving rap music. I don't have no issue with rap music, but listen to rap music. And it's about violence. It's about killing. It's about selling drugs or calling women bitches and hoes. What you're going to end up seeing and what you're going to end up being attracted to is those same things. You're going to be indulging conversation about who's the hardest dude on the block, or who got the best dope, where the baddest bitches at, where the baddest hoes at. Excuse my French, I'm just giving it to you guys blood raw. But if you replace that with something that's better, if you replace it with someone about business, about speeches, about being a Toastmaster, or about fashion, about dressing, whatever you want to do. If you want to be a great father, start listening to things about being a great father. When you be a politician, start listening to things about politicians. What you'll see while you listen to these things when you go to sleep, or while you listen to these things in your spare time, you will only see yourself being attracted to those same things. Point blank, period. So if you're a drug dealer, or you're a prostitute, or if you're someone who's living a negative life and you want to be something better, then I'm telling you now, the way of it is through your ears. Because what the eyes hear, what the ears hear is what the eyes demand to see. So, hear me out with this. Don't feed your mind with junk food daily. So, meaning that every post is not beneficial towards you on social media. Every fight, every celebrity drama, every shooting. In fact, get rid of some of these things. If your algorithm show mostly fights, mostly hood drama, mostly celebrity gossip, then that means your mindset is off and your algorithm off. You need to get back on a better algorithm, or you need to create a new algorithm. And you have a power. You have more control of your social media than what you think. Between AI and social media, it knows exactly what you want, so it feeds you exactly what you want. That's free game. So if you want to do business and you look into business, what will end up happening is that your social media feed will start showing you things about business, whether it's on TikTok, whether it's on Facebook, whether it's on Instagram. It's already been proven. This is a fact. But yeah, just some advice. Protect your peace. How you protect your peace? This is how you protect your peace. At least this is how I do it. I do my own self-daily affirmations, my own prayer, regardless of my religion. Do my own journey, my own meditation. And what I do mostly every night, I sometimes go to sleep listening to meditation music instead of watching TV. Because anyone who knows me, I used to like to watch TV when I go to sleep. Now I replace it with listening to sounds of motivation with different frequencies, that where I can go into a nice peaceful sleep and my mind can be clear. And if I'm not listening to motivational music, then I'm listening to something about business. I'm listening to something about thinking. I'm listening to Think and Grow Rich, the audio book, The Psychology of a Salesman, because I know what I want to see. That's what I want to demand to see, because my eyes is hearing it while I'm asleep. Reset your thoughts on a daily basis. Your mind become a temple of your vision. That is very important. Listen to what I said. Your mind become a temple of your vision. So what you see, your mind already locked in what you want to see and what you want to do. So you have to protect what you want to see and what you want to be. Not everyone deserves to see that in your life or at your table. Clean it out. I already discussed this. Some people do love you, and I know that. But just because they love you, that doesn't mean that they want to see you grow. There's some people still stuck on you from the middle school you. There's some people still stuck on you from the high school you. They don't care nothing about the adult you. They don't care nothing about you being a great father. They don't care nothing about you being a football coach. They don't care about you being a cheerleader coach, a basketball coach. They don't care nothing about you being a politician. What they care about is what you did in middle school or high school. If every time you talk to this individual, they bring up something from middle school or high school, and they're not bringing up something from now, if they're not supporting you right now, if they're not buying a bow tie, if they're not helping you out with equipment, if they're not buying water for the kids who you coach on basketball or football, or the cheerleaders, if they're not helping buy uniforms for your football team or for your volleyball team or your basketball team, if they're not contribute donations to you running for a political seat, whether it be a local commissioner or a city mayor or whatnot, what's the whole purpose of having these people around? They had way more than opportunity time. These people knew you since middle school. For some reason, some way, they could still talk to you about what you did in sixth grade or fifth grade, but they cannot contribute $5 or $10 or $20 towards you running for a political seat or a case of water for the team that you coach. Let's get rid of these people. There's no hate. Let it be known that you don't hate them. Just be like, hey, instead of me talking to you 4 or 5 times a week, instead of me going to the club with you every week to buy a bottle, I'm going to change it. You're going to get 1 hour a month, and you're going to get 2 hours every other month that we can hang out and we can catch up with one another. Because it's not going to change. The tiger doesn't change, it strikes. So hear what I say. Cleaning your circles and setting boundaries without hate. Surround yourself with people who really care about you, who really support you, who really support your dreams, and really support your greatness. As I said, my circle, I push for my circle to be great, and my circle push for me to be great. Even when we're not around, we still text and check on one another. Say, are you doing this? How are you doing that? How can I do this? What do you think about this? What you doing to think about that? This is how you know you got a great circle. I have individuals who have relocated out of town who still look to me and ask me for advice, and I still give them the greatest advice without charging them, no consultation free, because I want them to be great and they want me to be great. They give me ideas. They make a bow tie like this. Hey man, you should make a cigar with this. Hey, have you ever tried doing this? Hey, you should try this vending spot.